Hello friends, welcome back. This is Himanshu Verma. In the previous lecture, we have seen there are two types of waveguides. Number 1 rectangular waveguide, number 2 circular waveguide. In this subject, we will learn about rectangular waveguide only. In rectangular waveguide, during the wave propagation, the wave is restricted by 4 metallic walls. Those walls are upper wall, lower wall, left wall and right wall. Because wave is getting reflected by these 4 walls, that's why we are saying the wave is restricted by these 4 walls. Now analysis of a waveguide with 4 side restriction is a difficult task. That's why for analysis purpose we choose a hypothetical waveguide which is known as parallel plane waveguide. In this hypothetical waveguide we assume there are two conducting planes which are kept parallel to each other with a separation of small d, and the area of two conducting planes is infinite, and we assume the wave will travel in between these two planes. Here the principle of wave propagation will remain same, only difference is the wave is restricted by two sides only. The two sides are top wall and bottom wall. There is no restriction from left and right. Because there are restriction only from two sides, that's why the analysis of such waveguide is easier than rectangular waveguide. Therefore, before studying rectangular waveguide, first we will analyze parallel plane waveguide. As we know, there are basically three conditions. If those conditions are satisfied, only then the propagation through waveguide is possible. Now question arises, why these three conditions are come into picture? So its answer is due to boundary condition. Because in case of waveguide, the electromagnetic wave encounters boundary during the propagation through waveguide. Therefore, boundary condition must be satisfied. Only then the wave will propagate through the waveguide. In case of parallel plane waveguide, there are two boundaries, top and bottom. So electromagnetic wave must satisfy boundary condition on both of these boundaries. There are basically 4 boundary conditions. 2 conditions are for electric field component and 2 conditions are for magnetic field component of electromagnetic wave. Boundary condition for electric field component are dn2 minus dn1 is equal to rho s and et2 is equal to et1. For magnetic field component, 2 boundary conditions are bn2 is equal to bn1 and st2 minus st1 is equal to k cross a n cap. Out of these 4 boundary conditions, this boundary condition and this boundary condition are responsible for enforcing the restriction on wave propagation. Because as we know, inside the solid conductor, both electric field and magnetic field are 0. Therefore, this condition says tangential component of electric field just before the boundary and just after the boundary must be same. Because in our case of waveguide, just after the boundary, tangential component as well as normal component of electric field are 0. Therefore, if we want to satisfy this condition, then tangential component of electric field at reaching the boundary should become 0. Same is true for normal component of magnetic field. Because just after the boundary, magnetic field is always 0. Therefore, the normal component, that is bn1, should become 0 after reaching the boundary. There is no restriction in waveguide propagation due to these 2 boundary conditions. Because this boundary condition can be satisfied just by generating a charge of rho s on the conducting surface, and this boundary condition can be satisfied just by generating a current with current density K. Now if we conclude the point, then we can say in case of waveguide, the tangential component of electric field should become 0 on the walls of the waveguide, and similarly the normal component of magnetic flux density should become 0 on the walls of the waveguide. Now we start analysis of parallel plane waveguide. Suppose this is first plane which is fixed at x is equal to 0. The electromagnetic wave is incident on this plane with angle of incidence theta I. The wave will reflected back with the same angle, and if second plane is not present, then this wave will propagate in free space. But we want to confine the energy in between two planes. That's why we put one more plane parallel to this fixed plane. Here we should note that If we want to satisfy the boundary condition for tangential component of electric field and normal component of magnetic field, then we have to put this second plane only at some specific locations. Here we are not going into derivation part, but we should always remember, if we want to satisfy the boundary condition, then difference between in these two planes must be a integral multiple of lambda upon 2 cos of theta I. It means we can put this second plane at x is equal to lambda upon 2 cos theta I. We can also put it at x is equal to 2 lambda upon 2 cos of theta I. Similarly, at x is equal to 3 lambda upon 2 cos of theta I, and so on. If we put this second plane at a location other than these locations, for example, if we put second plane at somewhere here, then in that case the wave propagation through the waveguide would not be possible. Propagation would be possible only if the separation between two planes, that is small d, is equal to m lambda upon 2 cos of theta I, where m is an integer which can have value of 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. In actual practice, this m is known as mode of propagation. If m value is 1, that is the second plane is fixed at x is equal to lambda upon 2 cos of theta I, and if wave is traveling in such waveguide, then we will say the wave is propagating in mode 1. If m is equal to 2, that is separation between two planes is 2 lambda upon 2 cos of theta I, and if wave is propagating in this waveguide, then we will say the wave is propagating in mode 2. And if separation is 3 lambda upon 2 cos theta I, then we will say the wave is propagating in mode 3, and so on. Now here we can conclude 3 points. Suppose the separation between two planes is small d, then d must be equal to m lambda upon 2 cos of theta I. As we have seen in this above example, if we want to increase the mode of propagation, then just increase the separation between two planes. If separation between two planes made double or triple, then wave will start propagating in mode 2 and mode 3 and so on. So one way to change the mode of propagation, just increase the separation between two planes. In simple words, we can say the waveguide with large dimensions have tendency for high mode of propagation. The second point is there any way by which we can increase the mode of propagation keeping the separation between two planes fixed? The answer is yes. If we keep separation fixed and start decreasing the lambda, when lambda becomes lambda by 2, then also second mode start propagation. If we change lambda to lambda by 3, then mode 3 propagation will start, and for lambda by 4, mode 4 propagation will start, and so on. In other words, we can say, if we keep the dimensions of waveguide fixed and just decrease the lambda or increase the frequency, then also there is a tendency of high mode propagation. In simple word, we can say high frequency may result higher modes. In third point, just find out cos of theta I in terms of m lambda and d. Then cos of theta I is equal to m lambda upon 2d. Because m can have only integer values, that's why for a given wavelength and given separation, this quantity can have only some discrete values. Therefore, theta I will also have some discrete values only. So it proves if we want to sustain the propagation through waveguide, then theta I can have discrete values only. If we summarize these 3 points, then in first point, we can say it is likely to propagate higher modes if the dimensions of waveguide are large. Second point says it is likely to propagate higher modes if wave frequency is high. And in third point, for given separation and frequency, angle of incidence can have some discrete values only. Friends, we stop here. In the next lecture, we will learn about cutoff frequency, group and phase velocity, etc. Please like and share the video and subscribe the channel. If you have any doubt, please ask in comment section. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.